In this video, we're going to install Google Analytics on your blog using the Google Tag Manager platform. Now, by this stage, you've already set up Google Tag Manager, and now what you want to do is come to Analytics, and you want to log into the Analytics platform using the same Gmail that you used when creating your Tag Manager account. Once you log into Analytics, you'll be presented with this page here, so just sign up, and then you'll be on the Create an Account page. Once on the Create an Account page, where it says what would you like to track, just leave it as website. Where it says account name, you can enter the name of your blog. I'm going to enter Test Site because that is the blog where I'm going to install the analytics code. Where it says website name, again, I'm just going to enter the name of my blog, Test Site. And where it says website URL, just enter the URL of your blog. So www.gtestsite.co. And from here, where it says HTTP or HTTPS, if your blog is on a secure domain, choose HTTPS. If it's not, just leave it as HTTP. Where it says industry, from the drop-down menu, you've got lots of options. So choose an industry that is related to the niche of your blog. So beauty and fitness, finance, games, hobbies and leisure, etc. If an industry is not here that's related to you, scroll to the bottom and choose other. Once you do that, you want to select the reporting time zone. Now, the reporting time zone should be the country where the majority of your traffic is going to come from. So for me, that's the United States. So I'm going to leave it on the United States. Then you want to scroll to the bottom of the page. And here it says Get Tracking ID. Just click that. And once that pops up, you're going to get these terms of service, which you have to accept. So I'm going to click here to accept that. And I'm going to click here to accept that. And once you accept the terms of service, you're going to get your Google Analytics tracking ID. Now, what you want to do with this tracking ID is you want to copy and paste it to a Word doc or a text file because you're going to use it in a minute when you get to Google Tag Manager. So this is the tracking ID here. So we're just going to copy this. Open up a text doc, pop it in there. So now that we have our tracking ID, we're going to head over to the Google Tag Manager platform. So once we're on the Google Tag Manager platform, we're going to log in. We've already created an account. And we want to navigate to the Tag Manager dashboard. And once we're on the Tag Manager dashboard, we're going to create a tag. Now, a tag is just a snippet of code that we're going to insert into your blog that contains our Google Analytics tracking code. So navigate to the menu here and click Tags. Once this opens, you want to select New. And the first tag you're going to create here is called Google Analytics Page Views Tracking tag. Once you put in the name of the tag, you want to choose a tag type. So click here, and from the menu, you want to choose Universal Analytics. Now, once you click that, another little window is going to pop open here, and we're just going to fill in here. So we have track type, page view, leave as is, and where it says Google Analytics settings, you want to open this up and choose New Variable. When you choose new variable, you're going to be brought to a new screen where you enter your tracking ID. But before you do that, just fill out the name. So we're going to call this the GA tracking ID. And then using the ID that we copied to our notepad earlier, I'm just going to copy this in here and paste it here. So it's our tracking ID pasted in. And where it says cookie domain, just leave as is and press save. Now, the next thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to set a trigger. Now, a trigger is simply an action that activates the code that's on your blog. So once you put that code on your blog, you need something to activate it or to fire it so that it starts sending and receiving data. And that's our trigger. So click here. And the trigger we're going to choose is all page views. Now, what that means is that every time a page loads, the code on your blog will activate or fire, and it will send and receive user data. So once you select your trigger, press save. And then once you save, that will insert the code onto your blog so you can see it here and it's working. So now the next thing you need to do is we need to check that everything is working properly. And to do that, we're going to click the preview button here and we're going to enter into what's called the Google Tag Manager debug and preview mode. So we're going to click on this. So now we're in debug mode. You can see here by this yellow dashboard. And what we want to do when we're in debug mode is we're going to open our blog in another tab. And when we do, we should see a little summary window pop open that shows us that the tag is installed on our blog. So I'm going to click open a new tag here, G test sites. And once this loads, we should see a little window open. Okay, and you can see here, I'll scroll down, you can see here that we've got the Google Analytics page view tracking tag that we've just created. So now that we know that it's installed in the blog, we can pop back over to the Google Tag Manager platform, and we're going to leave the preview mode. And once we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to publish the tag live on your site, because we know it's working now, so we can publish it live. So once this page loads back up, we're going to click the submit button inside the dashboard. So this is the submit button here. So we're going to click on this. We're going to name this version. So I'm going to call it the initial GA page views tag. Now this is called the initial version because over time we're going to add more tags. We might want to come back and change this. So by naming it the initial version, we know what version of the tag that we created and that we're working on. So I'm going to press publish. And once we press publish, that is it. Google Analytics is installed on your blog. Now, we've already checked in debug mode that the code is working properly, but just to be sure that it's definitely collecting data, we want to head over to the Google Analytics platform, and we're going to have a look there to make sure that the code is working and is sending our blog data. So we're going to do that now. So now we're in Google Analytics and we're on the homepage of the platform, and you can see here that there's active users on my blog right now. So I have my blog opened on another tab, and you can see that Analytics is collecting that data. Now, if we go to real time here and we open this and we select overview, we should also be able to confirm this. So you can see right now you've got one active user on your site. But that is it. Google Analytics is now set up and installed on your blog.